The day I went silent was the loudest thing she ever heard. It was the second Sunday of the month, which meant we were back at Juliana's parents' place in Cypress Hollow, a neatly trimmed suburb with red brick fences and too many SUVs in every driveway. Her father was at the grill like he was auditioning for a Food Network special, apron starched, tongs spinning. Her mother was in full drill sergeant mode, barking orders across the kitchen like a commander at war with gravy and green beans. The house was full, aunts, cousins, her sisters, nieces in sparkly socks, everyone buzzing with small talk and exaggerated laughter. I kept to the edge of it all. I've never minded people. I just can't fake smiles for long. I work from home, back-end developer for a logistics company. Most of my days are quiet. I write code, solve problems, and speak only when needed. But in that house, silence was treated like defiance. At 1 p.m. sharp, we sat at the long wooden table. I wore a gray button-down, nothing fancy, just clean. Juliana took one look at me and said loud enough for half the table, "Didn't know we were attending a funeral today." Smiled calm. "It's just a shirt, Jules." She smirked and stabbed her salad. "Looks like it surrendered halfway through being ironed." Her brother Marcus laughed too hard, clapping the table like it was the best stand-up routine he'd heard in years. Her mom offered a half-hearted, "Juliana," but she didn't mean it. I said nothing. "My potatoes." Then came her favorite jab, the one about my work. "He works from home," she told her aunt, grinning, "which really means from the couch in sweatpants." They laughed. Then the cherry on top. "He's a genius with code, but don't ask him to change a light bulb." That one stuck. The way she said it, slow, smug, sipping her red wine like she'd waited all day for that moment, told me this wasn't a joke. This was performance. A stage she'd rehearsed in her head. I excused myself, went to the kitchen for more tea. My hands were steady. My jaw wasn't tight. But inside something shifted. Not rage, not sadness, just something breaking loose. I heard heels. Expected Juliana. But it was Marin, her cousin, quiet type, dark sweater, barely said 10 words all lunch. She looked me in the eye and said in a low voice, "You don't deserve that." I didn't respond. Then she added, almost softer, "Let's go upstairs. Just to breathe." It wasn't an offer. It was an anchor. The noise of the house faded. And I remembered, before the sarcasm, before the distance, what Juliana used to be. We met 6 years ago at a design expo downtown. My buddy Caleb had an extra pass. I tagged along with low expectations and a free espresso in hand. She walked up to the same booth I was staring at, some weird postmodern lamp that looked like a prop from a sci-fi movie. She glanced at me and said, "That thing looks like a toaster got into a fight with a satellite dish." I laughed. So did she. We sat on a bench talking for 2 hours. About modern lighting, our mutual hatred of small talk, and quiet mornings. 3 months later we were sharing keys, bills, and almond milk. We never fought. We coordinated. She was organized. Labeled everything. She even had a spreadsheet for cleaning duties. I didn't mind. I just liked existing in the world she was building. We got married at City Hall. She wore navy blue. Lunch afterward was at a Vietnamese noodle bar. Her favorite. No drama, no photographers, just us. But then we moved to Cypress Hollow. Closer to her family. Closer to her mother, whose health had begun declining. Seemed practical. I could work from anywhere. But slowly something turned. Her tone sharpened. Jokes became barbs. In public I became a punchline. "You're too sensitive," she'd say when I brought it up. "It's not that deep." In bed she rolled over more. Held her phone longer. When I asked if she was okay, she replied, "Why do you always make everything about you, Ryan?" That line stuck with me. Not because it hurt, but because it confirmed something. I wasn't asking for praise. I just wanted to be seen. The drive home that Sunday was silent. Not the good kind. The loaded kind. Juliana scrolled her phone the entire time. At a red light I finally said, "You didn't have to humiliate me back there." She didn't look up. "What are you talking about?" "The job jokes. The shirt. The couch line." She snorted. Oh, come on. It's my family. They don't care. I care. That made her glance over. Jesus, Ryan. It was a joke. Lighten up. I said nothing. I was done debating what counted as disrespect. That night, she crawled into bed and scrolled until past midnight. Not a word. Not a touch. No apology. I lay still, staring at the ceiling. Felt no pain. Just clarity. I was already gone. The next morning she was cheerful again. Bagels, coffee like nothing had happened. Want cream in your coffee? She asked. Smiled. Sure. In my head I started packing. Not clothes, not yet. Just data. Passwords. Bank accounts. Documents. She thought I was still on the couch. She had no idea I'd already stood up. Betrayal. A week later she said she had a client dinner. One of her freelance design gigs. Tight dress. Heels she hadn't worn since our honeymoon. She left at 6 p.m. I opened our shared laptop. Logged into our Apple ID. Something inside told me it was time. Messages. Not full conversations, just hints. Drinks or just your place again. Let's feel it out. If I'm late, wait in the car. No name, just a number. But regular contact. I exported her location history. Boutique hotel near Midtown. 3 visits in 6 weeks. Receipts. Uber charges. All dated during time she said she was helping her mom or stuck in client consults. I wasn't shocked. I labeled the folder. Exit plan / Juliana. I contacted a lawyer the next morning. Her name was Nia Grant. Innocence. Sharp as a blade. You've already done the work, she said after I laid it all out. Now let's make it count. Texas is a community property state. Everything 50-50. Unless one of us was unfaithful. Spoiler, it wasn't me. I opened a new bank account. Redirected my paycheck. Closed joint cards. Changed every password. Compiled screenshots, timestamps, maps. Played it cool at home. Made her dinner. Smiled at her stories. She had no idea I was days away from the door. The goodbye. I took a job offer in Flagstaff from Caleb, the same friend from the expo. CTO role. Good salary. I signed the lease on a small modern unit, month to month. The plan was simple. She would get served on the next second Sunday. During lunch. In front of everyone. At 1:37 p.m., while she was setting the patio table, a courier walked up. Are you Juliana Bennett? I signed. Opened the envelope. And froze. I wasn't there. I'd left at 6 a.m. for Flagstaff. Her texts came in that night. What the hell is this? You served me at my parents' house. Call me. I left a letter on the counter. Juliana. This marriage ended a long time ago. You stopped seeing me. You chose distance. You chose someone else. I stayed quiet, but I saw everything. I'm not angry. I'm just finished. You buried us. I'm just closing the casket. Ryan. I didn't reply to any of her messages. There was nothing left to say. My lawyer handled everything. When she tried to fight the financials, we dropped receipts, logs, and hotel bookings like dominoes. She folded. Vincent, her client, disappeared the day after she was served. He didn't know she was married. She hasn't seen him since. Now she's back at her parents' place. Same Sunday lunch table. One less chair. Echo. 3 weeks after the divorce was final, she texted me one last time. I didn't think you'd actually leave. I guess I pushed too far. I read it while standing at a cliffside overlook. Wind brushing my face. I didn't reply. Because it wasn't really for me. It was for her. A voice bouncing off the empty walls she built. She thought I'd stay, always folding, always taking it, like a man who forgot he had a spine. But I didn't leave because she cheated. I left because she stopped seeing me. Mocked me. Belittled me. Looked through me like I was wallpaper. That Sunday lunch didn't break me. Marin's words didn't rescue me. But together they snapped the last thread I was gripping. Let's go upstairs. Just to breathe. That moment wasn't escape. It was proof that I wasn't crazy, that someone else saw it. Sometimes that's all you need. Now, breathe deeper. Nobody rolls their eyes when I speak. No one shrinks me down to a punchline. I sleep better. And when I'm silent, it's by choice. 'Cause I finally have peace. And the day I walked out without a single word was the loudest sound she ever heard.